Hello coders, good afternoon. It is far too sunny outside to be coding, so this is going to be a quick stream. Let's just sort this out. A quick stream. I found a couple of issues, uh, interesting issues in the payment section or the billing section of the How to Code Well website, and I'm going to use this stream as a means of capturing those and seeing if I can actually fix them. But I think they're relatively small fry, but I still need to capture them nonetheless. Let's just hang on, bear with a second whilst I sort all the things out. Let's see now if we go over to the code. Okay, and I've just realized that my OBS is on YouTube. That's better. Sorry. That seems much better. So let's just double check that the collection's in and the profile. Yeah, good. Okay, so what I'm working on here is a bug report for this specific thing where a user has created a subscription, but there hasn't been the process of actually creating the Stripe customer hasn't actually happened yet. That's what we're going to be looking at today, I think. Just turn that up a wee bit so I can hear it. Okay, so given I am logged into the front end and I don't have a Stripe customer ID, when I go to /billing or /accounts billing, then so make this a wee bit bigger so we can see what we're doing. There we go. Okay, given I am logged into the front end and I don't have a Stripe customer ID, when I go to account billing, then I should see the message account or your account is still processing. Please try again later. Now this is the reason why this happens. Let's just assign it to myself, do all the usual bits and pieces. So it's a bug. And we're going to put it into this mouse node. So the reason why this is happening is that when a user goes to How to Code Well, when they create a subscription, there is a period of time in which a subscription needs to be processed. So this is all done through cron jobs and webhooks and whatnot. There is a specific period of time, though, where that account hasn't yet been set up. So, for instance, I've got an account here which hasn't been set up. If I log in, and let's just get rid of that for a second. Let's just log in with this this account. And of course, whilst I do this, let's step through. Let's do that. So let's bring this into play and turn on the debugger. So then I can step through all of these things. So I've just signed in. I'm going to just refresh the page here. So let's just step over these things for a second. Good. Now, it's in the billing section. When you click on the billing section, so I'm going to go over to the card controller and I'm looking for account controller and I'm looking for if I can find the Right, here we go. Billing, there we go. So let's put in a breakpoint at here. We should have the user. So let's go and click on billing. Still listening to the debugger. There we go. So click on that. Should take me to that breakpoint. There we go. Okay, so we have the user, right? Now the problem we've got is the user has no Stripe customer. It's null. And that's because the Stripe customers get set up through the crons, and the cron hasn't ran yet. This is just local, so this is just test data. But if I was to fire through this, there's no checks involved. So let's just step through all of this and actually get to the billing section. Here we go. So this is the billing section. Now, the reason why... Okay, so I'm here. The reason why there is an order placement and it hasn't been paid is because the subscription it's still in our cron, in our queue. Yeah. But the problem I've got is when one clicks on the user update payment method, that's a problem because the account hasn't actually been created yet. So I think I need to put in some checks or some notice. I mean, I've just gone and created that ticket, which if we go back to that, it sort of... So given I am logged into the front end, which I am, and I don't have a Stripe customer ID, which I don't, when I go to account billing, then I should see a message, your account is still processing, please try again later. I think that's probably a good shout. So instead of actually being able to access this page, because there's nothing the user can do here apart from update the billing method, which they can't because there isn't a Stripe customer ID related to this user yet, and they could view a bill, but yeah, no, I don't think they need to do that because the bill hasn't actually been made. So yeah, and we're only talking about probably a couple of hours maximum that this case is actually going to be around for, because these crons will be running like every 10 minutes or something. And picking up the webhooks and then processing them, creating the Stripe customers, and so on and so forth. So this is just a case of when someone goes through. I tell you what I'll do. Let's do an end-to-end. That's probably wise. I'm going to disconnect the debugger at this stage. Thank you. What I'll do is I'll do a quick end-to-end. I'll log in, I'll create a new account. So I'll do a join now. And what we'll do at the same time, I think what we'll do is we'll listen for Stripe events. Yeah, just so I can get this end-to-ended in my brain. Let's just... Right, I'm going to just play with the commands here, I think. So I'll just bring them over to there. So just bear with me whilst I screw around with this. We're also on a branch called main, which is the main one, obviously. We need to come off of that. So I'm going to do a git checkout. So I'm just doing this off screen for a second. Git checkout -b, and we're going to call this... tests and tests / what is the test going to be called? Well, it's billing non-Stripe customer. There we go. Let's just do billing section. Okay, right, so I created that branch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can log into Stripe. yeah, give me a second whilst I screw around with all this. So yeah, it's Stripe login, isn't it? Because what I want to do is get to a point where I have a webhook in the cron, and then I can verify that this is actually the issue. So when I go and run the cron, I can manually run the cron here locally. Then this issue shouldn't be this shouldn't be an issue. That's my thought. Anyway, let's just do a login. And I need to. Okay, give me a small minute whilst I put in some bits and pieces. Man, it's such a nice day outside. Whoops. Such a nice day. Da 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 da. Yes, please. Okay. Allow. Thank you. And then there we go. Right. So let's do a listen. Listen. There we go. So now we're listening to the events. Okay, so I'm going to go back into, let's just close that down. I'm going to put the screen back on, so bear with me a second whilst I do all of this stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so let's get back to, where's the button gone? To the code. What I'm doing here, so I'm listening on here for Stripe events, and what I'm going to do is, am I still? Yeah, okay, that's off. I'm going to run. Let's bring that over there. Let's get rid of you. There we go. Bring that back into play. Okay, so I'm going to create a dummy account, a monthly dummy account. Okay, so I'm going to just put in some random rubbish, so like test 13 06 211. At testing.howtocodewell.net, and we're going to hit register. There we go. So we have our checkout screen. If we go continue to payment, we get into Stripe land, and I believe it's 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 40, 24, 24, something like that. I think that's right. Okay, so it's processing. So hopefully we'll see something. Yeah, can you see those? Can you see those events? Aha! Can you see those events coming through? There we go. So we're listening on here. So all the Stripe events are being fired through. That's done. That should now redirect us to here, which is good. So, okay. So I've just created an account. So if I do a login, right? Come on. Come on. Why is that waiting? Why is it waiting? What's the... Oh, hang on. Have I got my debugger running again? No. It's just being a wee bit slow. Odd. There we go. Okay, I don't know why that screwed up there. But anyway, it was test 130601. I think, or 1. I think it was just 1. That is the username that we've just created in the password as well. Let's log into that account. Was it 01? It was definitely 13, I'm sure. Yeah, because that's today's date. If not, I'll do it again. How weird. Okay. Okay, what I can do is just grab this out of the database. Let's do that. CD into there. We'll do a an eval, and we'll do a MySQL, and from there, I'm just going to move this over here a sec. Yes, it helps if I use the right database. Select from select. Okay, I forgot the 21. Lol. There we go. And it's just 1. There we go. Okay, right. Back in the room. All right, let's click on this and paste this into here. All right, let's log in. And let's just come out of the database shell and clear the screen down. Okay, cool. So I have just logged in. Now, because my account hasn't been processed yet, it's still saying that it's a free account because, you know, the money hasn't been processed. It's still in that webhook thing. But if I hit billing again, we've got this update payment method, which doesn't make any sense in this case. It's free because of that. Yeah. So this whole page just needs to be replaced, I think. Let's have a look at the database. Let's have a look at there is a command, isn't there? I have a command for this. It is QReport. So if we did bin console and then ran that. Yeah, okay, so we've got, there we go. So, okay, so never mind this Xdebug stuff. That stuff I need to work through, but we've got customer.created, we've got 2, and we've got invoice paid is 2. So we have a test account in here anyway that needs to be processed. So the second one is this. So I bet if I was to do, if I was to put the debugger back on and refresh this page, I bet the Stripe customer is null. So if we did user and scroll down, yeah, Stripe customer is null. Okay, so I bet if I was to process these events, that Stripe customer will be created because we've got Stripe customer 2. So let's do that. So I'm going to have to come out of this for a second. And I tell you what, we'll do this with the debugger working on the on the command, I think. Where would that live? That would be in command. It's been a while since I've been playing with this stuff. It would be in Stripe customer created. And we'll put a breakpoint. We'll put a breakpoint on the payload store, I think. And we'll put one there too. Okay. Actually, yeah, we'll put one there. I'll step through it. Okay. All right. So let's listen again, and there's another command, which is my Stripe process customer created. That's the one we're working on. Customer created. Yeah. So if I did bin console of that, the debugger should now stop at here. We'll have to step through on the first line. There we go. All right, so we got the payload store. I'm just going to step over that for a second. The payload store, just to remind myself, has the event. Right, so this is the payload that we've got from that webhook that we've just received. Customer.created. Now there's two. I've got to be careful here. There's two events. But the payload object is customer. That's the customer ID. And yes, that's 1205. No, that's the wrong. That's the previous customer. All right, let's just step through this. All right, this one should be. I want to say 13. Let's just step over the payload store a minute. Object. This should be 13. There we go. That's the one that we've just created. That's the one that we've just created, and that's the customer ID. Sweet. So if we were to just step through, do we have the known user? The known user is no. Check if the user already exists with the with the Stripe customer ID. Okay, so in this case it doesn't. All right, so user is already a Stripe customer skipping, so that's okay. So we'll step over that. Then it's getting the user by the email. So if we step over this, the user should be in existence. I really should change that variable name to be known Stripe user rather than known user, because that's a bit. It threw me then when I read that. So user, yes, we do have the user. And we have the user with the Stripe customer ID is null. So I'm hoping that this Stripe customer ID will be set. So if we, so creating the Stripe customer is create Stripe customer, and then entity persist, and then update user, entity persist. Okay, so user now should have the Stripe customer, which it does. And in here, we should have the Stripe ID. Sweet. Okay, so yeah, that's confirmed my suspicion. So if we click on, that's the finishing of the event. Let's just go through the whole thing. What's in console? What's that? Oh, okay. Okay, no biggie. Okay, so yeah, that should all been processed now. So we've got here creating Stripe customer done and stuff. So if we ran the queue report once more, and of course I am debugging, so let's just jump through that. Yeah, okay, so yes, so those previous events that we had, which were these Stripe customer created, they've been removed because we don't have them anymore. Whoops. Cool. But from the front end point of view now, if we go over to here, do I still have my debugger running? Yeah, cool. If I was to refresh, refresh, come on, Pete. There we go. Right. Okay, so we're in billing. We got the user. The user is our test 13 that we've just created. And if I scroll down here, we should have our Stripe customer, which we do, and we have our subscription. So in this case, it's all good. If I hit hit this and hit that, we should be good, and that should be good. So meaning we should be able to click on update payment method. Again, I'm debugging. There we go. So we have a Stripe customer in this case, and we have a subscription, which means that we shouldn't. This is the error. It would redirect to the pricing again. So that shouldn't happen. All right, so we got that, and we got all those Stripe. Right, so that hasn't been set yet. You got the customer ID. That kind of makes that invalid, doesn't it? Like, subscription ID. Yeah, okay, let's hit that. And in this case, it should throw this exception. Yep. Boom. That's good. And that's because the subscription ID hasn't been set yet, because that's another thing in the command that needs to run. Okay, good. Okay, so I think the fix for this, if we go all the way back to our acceptance criteria, given I am logged into the front end and I don't have a Stripe customer ID, so this is when the Stripe the crons haven't ran. When I go to account billing, then I should see a message: your account is processing, please try again. I think that's valid, but I've also captured another one whilst we were doing this. And this is, given I am logged into the front end and I do have a Stripe customer ID, and I don't have a subscription ID. When I go to account billing, yeah, I think we need to check for both cases. Yeah, we need to check for both cases. Okay, so let's chalk this up then. Let's get this chalked up. Let's do let's submit that issue. And what we'll do is we'll write some acceptance tests first to cover those things. So I'll just come out of debug mode, and then we'll go into our test suite and go into, probably it's more of a, I think it's more of this feature. I think it's yeah, let's create this and go into billing. So this is billing. Billing page not shown when accounts is invalid. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll define what makes an account an invalid. Instead of saying invalid, let's do not set up. That's probably better. When account is Okay, so the first act of business then. So let's grab this as a guide. So given I am logged into the front end, I think I've got that somewhere different. So when I am logged into the front end, logout checks, disabled subscription. All right. Yeah, I have to log out and log back in, otherwise the sessions get screwed. So given I am logged out, when I log into the front end with whatever, then I go to so that would be, so we need to create an account that is in this state. All right. So, and I go to account billing. Then oops. Then I should see, do we have errors in here? Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so this scenario is billing page should display error message when an account, when a user account doesn't have either a Stripe ID or a valid, yeah, let's just do one at a time. Doesn't have a Stripe ID. Okay, so attempt to access billing page with non-Stripe, with a attempt to access the billing page with an account that doesn't have a Stripe ID. All right. So let's go and have a look and see if we've got any fixtures that we could use for this. If not, I can create some, but let's just have a look. It'd be great if I can pull some down from somewhere. So data fixtures. No. What are you doing? Data fixtures. User fixture. And it would be, let's have a look at one of the ones at the bottom. Here we go. Stripe customer ID is null. So we could use this. Yeah, let's try that. So Stripe, new customer created. Stripe. I'm going to put to be created. So here we go. That's the username and password. So we'll just copy those through. Hey, hello. How's it going? Come here. Nope, that's the wrong thing. It's this. Cool. All right. And we'll see if we can get this to run. So we'll do bin code set run acceptance and I can't remember where it is. Where is it? CD tests. CD acceptance. CD features. Right, front end. Okay, so we'll start front end. No. Oh, I've gone and lost that. Darn it. Code set. Bin code set run acceptance. Front end and that's right, it's an account. So front end account, and it's this here. Billing page not shown when account is not set up. Run. Oh, good. I thought that would have worked. Front end account. What? I thought I could run a specific feature file. I'm sure I've done this before. Hang on. Acceptance features. Front end account. Yes, that's all correct. Do I have to go features? Oh, yes, I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. It's it would be features. Oh, and I can't spell features. Oh dear, it's too hot to do any of this. I want to be outside. There we go. Okay. Is that our failing test? No, it just fails because it can't connect to the database, to the thing. Oh, that's annoying. Hey, thank you for following me. Is it I'm Amatu? Thank you for following. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I think I need to get the Docker Compose -d. I think I need to make sure that they're all running, I believe. It's this one here. Have I updated that since I've ran this? I mean, the acceptance tests worked earlier, so... I reckon I've got a problem here with Selenium. That's a pain. Okay, that's going to take me a bit of a time, I think, to work out. Let's just see. Do we have the latest and greatest in our Docker Compose file? It's never straightforward. Docker Compose. And I want to Selenium test pre-release. Do we have... Am I able to do... Docker Compose, build, and what was the thing? Selenium. Just want to make sure I've got the latest one. Sorry. Yep, looks good to me. Okay, I'm gonna just restart this. So Docker, I'll do first up, I'll do a down and then an up. And I will grab wherever the command is gone. Here. Because I'll be kicked out. So let's bring everything back up again. And I probably need to do an export of host IP. Bring that up to... There we go. And then, so I'll eval that one. Do a... Sorry. Do a bash. And then fingers crossed. Okay, this is looking better because it takes time, taking more time. Sometimes Selenium just needs to be restarted. Nice. So what is it that you want to build? Or learn. This should be our failing test now. You know, failing because it should be failing rather than because Selenium's down. So we should have element located either by CSS or XPath. Div alert was not found. Okay, so it cannot find this, which is exactly what I want. That is exactly where I want to be. Good. So let's go over to... what did I change in the user fixtures? Oh, the comment. I'm going to commit this as I go, I think. That's probably safe. Otherwise, I'll just come to the end of this and I'll be like, what have I done? Why is that grey? Weird. Okay. So git status, git commit -m. Good. All right. We won't play with the feature yet, just in case. Well, I'm going to need to change it. So okay, let's go over back to. Let's think. Yes, so this is this would need to be a front end change, right? So we need to go to the templates here. We need to go to front end, and we would need to go to count, and in account we would need to go to index. No, billing. There we go. And what we're after is some message to say, well, the thing that we've just mentioned. So it would be like if we were to find alert error or alert label. There we go. Grab that. And sorry. I'm gonna go back and just see where it lives. Okay, that's fine. We need to go into index. No, we don't. We need to go into billing. And we're going to put this down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to, in the controller, which would be in, it would be account controller. In billing, aha, here. We need to check if the user has a Stripe is a Stripe customer. Is a Stripe customer. So we would do is. Do I have is? Yes, I do. Haha. There we go. So in fact, now, do I set the message from the controller or do I do it from the... I think it should be done through the controller, to be honest. If we did this... Are these flat? These are Flash messages, right? Messages in app Flash, yep. So this, add Flash. The type is error. And the message is the message that we've defined in our acceptance criteria, which is this. There we go. And we go over to the controller here and we paste that in like so. Now, we only do this if that's not valid. So we do if that isn't a Stripe customer, and I believe this checks the instance of this of that. I'll just double check that. We can do this through breakpoints and everything. So yeah, let's do it. Let's put that in there, and we're still no, we're not on that one. Let's do. Excuse me. There we go. Right. So we're going to hit save, and we're going to put on the debugger, and we're going to refresh that page. We'll do it manually. So let's go to account billing. And yeah, I need to step over the first line. And hopefully... Here we go. Okay. Hopefully, if I put this in the right place... Oh, wait, I'm logged out. That's a pain. All right, let's close all this down. Let's log in again as... it was test 13, I believe. That one. That's a pain. Sometimes with the debugger, when you're playing with the debugger. That's weird. Pretty sure that exists. Why does that user not exist? I did check the database, right? For this test 13.06.21 1. Pretty sure. I'm a bit confused. That should have hang on. Hold on. Let's do a get into the database. Just bring this out here. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, I know why this doesn't work. So when I run the acceptance test, they delete the database, and then they recreate the database from a dump, from a set of fixtures, which is perfectly good. But the thing that we've just created obviously doesn't exist because we didn't apply it to the fixtures. Oh, okay. Okay, let's hack on something else then. I'm pretty sure that we have an account in this position. So, man. Hey, Dota 2 Attitude. Thank you for joining. I know, right? I'm going to get this done and then I'm going to go outside and I'm going to have a barbecue and I'm just going to eat some burgers and just chill, I think. But I want to get this sorted. That'll be my little yeah, so that should be null, right? That'll be my little reward to getting this done, right? Right, so let's click on you and then I remember when I was at uni and hang on a minute, is that right? Hold fire. Sorry. Yeah, I remember when I was at uni I was doing a load of cramming for stuff. Great, where's that button gone? There we go. Okay, then no, that was the correct. Okay, fine. It just didn't have test in front of it. Anyway, yeah, I was doing a load of cramming for it was my dissertation, and I was building this system, and I had to write about it like masses of documentation. There we go. Your account is still processing. Please try again. There is the message. It looks bloody awful, but it's there. And yeah, I used to buy cookies and all sorts of sweets and stuff, and I would have one of those things. Like I would say, if I write 500 words in this dissertation, then that equates to a cookie. um, Right. Okay. So I want to sort this all out. It looks really awful. So we're gonna play with that as well. But the fact of the matter is, the test can now pass. But and we'll prove that by running the test. Let's just get rid of all of this rubbish. Clear that down. There we go. Okay. So if I was to go into here and run that test again. Yeah, that's another good thing is like Trello cards or story points or complexity points or just giving yourself a little bit of a challenge. I do a lot of like writing things to dos in the mornings, so I will write a things to do list, and every line item I have a little I draw a little square, and I put a tick in whenever I get to completing those things. It's quite rewarding at the end of the day when you can actually count off all the things, and even if they're really small things, like for instance just doing the washing or tidying the office. Yeah, so that passed. That went through. It looks awful though, so we'll just have a little play with this. But there's another feature that I want to remove, and that's the fact that this update button is here. So I want to we'll address the look and feel in a second. So, and I see this error, and I don't see. Now I probably have to write some code for this. I don't see. I don't see a button update payment. Is it update payment method? Update payment method. Right, I'm gonna have to put these into quotes. Yeah, because you can't do that if if your account's still processing. So there we go. I don't see button update payment method update, and it needs to be the same. I think it's capitalized. As in, I think the check is case sensitive. I think though we're gonna have to write this. I think. Let me just check. So I see. No. Let's do link. Nope. It's not in templates. I'm looking in the wrong place. That's why. It's in here. So I need to log in. I don't, and I see log into your account link. So I don't see log into your account link. Maybe I've done this already. So that would be, and I don't see update payment method link, right? Okay, so that should fail now, so we'll run that again. We're just tightening up the screws here. So is this going to fail? This should fail, because it should see it. Unless I've... That should fail. That should fail. Yes. Yes. So link contains update was found on the page. Yes. Okay. So what I need to do is put in some more logic around that button. That button is here, right? So what I'm thinking of doing is in account controller, I am going to have a variable in here called is account setup, or yes, is account setup, and that will be this will be this. No, it won't be. It'll be user is Stripe customer. Because that returns a Boolean. Yes, it does. And then what I can do in the here, I can say if, and now I've forgotten it already, is account setup. End if. All right, let's hit save. Right, I'm going to just manually check this myself. So that button should disappear. Yeah, boom. Okay, so if I ran those tests, it should pass. So let's just do that. And then what we'll do is we'll put this this message in the middle, and we'll deal with the CSS. I don't know what's going on with my CSS. It just seems to have it's just not working. Come on, that should pass. Billing page should display error message when a user I can't type words today. Billing page should not show. Should show. Sorry, billing page should show error message when a user account doesn't have a Stripe ID. billing page should show error message and not show update payment method button when a user doesn't have a Stripe ID. Okay. Okay, and has that passed? Yes, it has. Okay, right. So let's deal with this CSS silliness. Let's go over to it would be my CSS, right? So that would be in assets, that would be in CSS, that would be in app CSS. I reckon I don't have my alert. Oh, I do have my alert. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So in that case, is it running off of this instead of that? Oh dear. If it is, that's a pain. Where is my Webpack? Here we go. Okay, so JS CSS. That's the CMS. Down here we've got build app. Assets JS app JS. It's only looking for the app.less file. Right, so I'm wondering if I need to port this over. Let's do that. Let's go to billing here. Let's grab that. If this is the case, it's quite worrying as to why these other styles aren't being used. Save that. We're doing Tailwind and stuff. That's good. So then what we do is we can do it from here. Make UI and build. No. Okay. Oh, it's because I'm in the different directories. Still in different directories. Still in different directories. Just the one, I think. Yep. So make UI build should deal with that. I hope. And if this works, then I will bid you all a farewell, because I am going to go outside and chill in the sun. Because I've spent most of today in this office, unfortunately, because that's taking ages to load, to run. Why is it taking so long? I wish there was a way I could actually see what it was doing. I am doing it in production mode. It's doing docker compose run, no deps, node bash, yarn run build. So that would be where's the npm package stuff? Build. It's doing on-core production. Aha. Okay. Oh no, I've had this error before. It's a memory issue. Let's do UI dev. Please allow me to do this. Ah, that sucks. This sucks. Yeah, I've got a feeling that's going down the same route. Let's do a let's hack on this make file. UI install yarn install. Let's do that first, right? So we'll do UI install. Make sure I've got the latest and greatest stuff. I think I should be okay. Everything is up to date. Yeah, I thought that was the case. Damn it. It's kind of wishing that there was some missing link somewhere. Oh, man. I don't know what to suggest. Yarn dev. Yarn install. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think I might have to just... Yeah, we know that's fine. UI dev. It's a memory thing. Ugh. Which kind of means Docker might be having some problems. Come on, I've given you 12 gigabytes of goodness. See, this is why I say I can't work with less than 16 gigs. Man. Okay, all right. I tell you what. Let's do this methodically. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this, right? Because that was the only change we did. And then let's do a UI dev and just see if it was the problem with the code. This is a bit of a long shot. Allocation failed. JavaScript heap out of memory. It just wants me to not go outside. That's the thing. Fine. Okay, let's tear this down. Actually, exited 27. What's 8A? Hang on. That's the API. That's Node. 27 minutes ago. That doesn't make any sense. All right. Let's get rid of it. And then let's do a Docker images. We'll get rid of the image as well, which is awesome. Let's do a Docker compose. Up. -D. It might be that the image was different or something, although it's still pulling node 14. Okay, fair enough. Never mind. That was a bit of a sledgehammer to crack a nut, but whatever. All I want to do is change some CSS, man. I mean, that's all I want to do. It's something when you get a JavaScript memory issue because of you've changed a bit of CSS. I mean, what crazy world do we live in now? I'm thinking once this is done, like I'm gonna probably go over the CSS and create just a style sheet rather than use like utility frameworks and stuff. I reckon keep it as light as I possibly can because I know that this is overkill. Okay. Right, let's try that again. I think I'm gonna have to leave this. You know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to solve this. At least it functionally works. At least we are preventing people from getting to the, seeing the things on the billing page and doing stuff, removing that button. So at least those things are in play. It just doesn't look great. Story of my life, really. Yeah, there's something very weird going on here. And it's going to probably take me ages to debug it. And to be honest, today with the sun out, I don't really care. So I'm going to go. I'm done. Beaten by JavaScript. Not a fan. Right. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Happy coding, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.